Live and raw, Runnin Gunnin with KG and the Ringmaster. It's the Diggin with KG and Ringy Runnin Gunnin Podcast Show. Coming to you from the prestigious ATC studios in beautiful downtown Burbank, California, where we talk about treasure hunting, metal detecting, and just about everything else. Except for goat roping, corn dogs, llama farms, and unicycles. That's where we draw the line. So without further ado, here are your beloved international superstar television hosts, King George and Ringmaster Tim.
All right, Cage, about ready for this?
I'm ready, buddy. It looks like we're going solo tonight, so it's going to be an ultra amazing experience for the viewers.
Yeah, and look at that. Your sound is really phenomenal and awesome, and so is mine.
Yeah.
There's nobody squeaking and doing weird things.
Yeah, we don't have to yell
Lucky
at
Lou.
about
We don't have to yell at him
trying to-
every 5 minutes to push his button box. you know?
Right. Hey, this is 2 in a row. We had the Charles Garrett Hunt. We had one last week with old Lucky Lou, and now it's just you and I.
Yeah.
We could have got a guest, but you had a lot to do. You were on vacation, I think. Weren't you doing something?
I was. We had the springtime is like world-class birding for this state, and down south there's some incredible stuff. People from all over the world come here, and I know everybody's going to start making fun of me, but I got to talk about
World-class birding.
Yeah.
Come on.
Seriously.
That's what you would say to somebody going to Canada
listen,
goose hunting.
It all books up like a year in advance. So we booked this a year ago, I don't know, 9 months ago or something. But anyway, we went down there and it was great. And we'll talk about some birds and everything. But
can't wait.
Yeah, I know. Hey, actually, I know you got your own bird stories coming up tonight too. So you can't make fun
I
of
got
me
some
too
pretty
bad.
good stories. Yeah, it's so weird how you're out taking a week off to go searching for the elusive bird, and I had a bird recovery of my own. But
You
but
did.
Yeah,
You
that'll
did.
be cool.
That's gonna be cool. But yeah, we got back from Charles Garrett, and then like it just happened to coincide that CB and I had to leave right away, so we didn't really want to schedule a guest for tonight, just because I literally came in at 5:27, just finishing up what I have just for us tonight. There's no way I could have prepared for a guest, but I must say I feel a lot better than I did last week. Man, that
Right.
COVID shot
We could have had my
slammed me for
brother
that
Rick
day.
on, because my brother Rick, there'd be no preparing with him, because basically, you'd have to feed him lines and tell him what to say. He don't even know what kind of metal detector to buy anymore.
He doesn't. There's
all messed
I
up.
think we should kick him out of Team ATC and put Roger in his place, because Roger's awesome and tearing it up.
Yeah, I'm thinking, Roger, we could demote Bones
Yeah.
to like right under latrine duty,
Right.
and bump Raj into Rick's sector.
I think so, because that's a pretty big position he had there and big shoes to fill,
Yeah.
but Roger could do it.
Yeah, that's
I know he
right.
could.
That's right. Yeah, we'll talk to Raj and see if he's up for the challenge, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Okay,
I think
okay.
that's a good idea, Cage. Hey,
So now,
go ahead.
go ahead. Yeah, so I just wanted to hear about this bird adventure you went on.
Oh, so anyway, way down near Mexico, we get some rare birds that hardly ever come into the U.S., and CB and I went down there looking
Yeah,
for
that's
this
because
thing.
you're by Mexico.
Yeah, really? Yeah. So we went down looking for this super rare thing called an elegant trogon. It's some bizarre bird.
What?
We never found it this time, but we went to where it had been seen like in years past and stuff. But we did see some stuff that was really, really cool, and I'll show you a few of
So
them.
what does
here.
an elegant Trojan look like?
It's like I don't know. It's like all these multicolors. I would put it up here, but I refused to just put a picture up that we didn't get. So I'm gonna play you some of the ones we did get. We got some really cool pictures this weekend. I haven't even had time to go through them. I took like 3,000 pictures, but these are some of the coolest pictures I took that I could just see right off the bat.
That's beautiful. That's
Yeah.
a cool picture.
Yeah, that hummingbird is pretty rare for this site, but we've seen him before. But right here, he's not super common. It was a broad-billed hummingbird. They're
Bird's
CB.
that?
The best kind. That was a pretty rare one. That's kind of cool, that one. That's just a cool picture.
Oh yeah.
And that one is a pretty rare one. That was tough to see. It was a violet.
The hell is that?
Crowned one.
Rabbit or a deer?
And then we saw that in the wild. Look, do you know what that is?
It's like a weird raccoon and a bobcat.
Yeah. I got to tell you, I mean, this thing walked right by me with a giant rat in his mouth. And he sat down, laid down, and just started eating it. And I didn't put the pictures of that in there because I figured somebody'd scream about it.
Well, come on, that's nature. That's like full-blown NatGeo stuff. You got to put the rat getting his head ate off by the bobcat. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. It was I just didn't put that in there. But there were some really cool things we saw there that normally we don't see here, like this thing. Do you know what that is?
It looks like a raccoon of some sort.
Yeah, it's like a quadamundi or a codamundi or something. And Carlotta knew what it was, but she was like down this canyon. We were in Madera Canyon, and she was way down there, and this thing comes walking out. I'm all by myself in this ravine, and I look up, and I'm like, what is that thing? Like a miniature bear or a raccoon? And it was just so weird. It just kind of wandered along. As soon as it saw me, it jumped on a tree and then just stared at me.
So is that rare? Or is
I don't
not
think
rare?
so. I think they're all over down there and in Mexico and stuff. But anyway, she knew right what it was. But this thing walked out, ate a rat, chewed the whole thing down, ate it head first, and then just kind of sauntered right out. And I saw where he was going, so I ran down this trail and then stood at the end of it. And sure enough, he popped right out and went over toward the water, and that's when I got this picture. He just walked right out, and he kind of looked up and saw me move.
Dang, you're like Steve Irwin. You
Yeah.
know, in the bird world.
Yeah, I had no fear. I was like more concerned about just taking a photograph, so that's what I did.
That's right. No, that's pretty cool, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. So anyway,
I guess it's neat. I mean,
yeah.
But I do, you know what I do have to say? Because Lori likes birds and whatnot.
Right.
I actually bought her that camera you guys told me about for Mother's Day, so I'm going to give it to her next week. So let's not be telling Lori she's got a camera coming.
All right.
But cool. It'll be cool.
I won't be saying anything.
And she'll have it on when we go Megalodon, diving and hanging out. Maybe she'll probably have it there. But
yeah. So we did have a really cool weekend full of birds, like this broadbill, and then this is that violet crowned one that everybody was down there trying to get, and we got a couple of really cool pictures of it, because obviously they're moving 1,000 miles an hour. It's tough to grab them. And then this thing is another real rare one. It was like this big, huge thing for a hummingbird. And I forget what he was called. It used to be called, it's a Rivoli's hummingbird.
Boy.
But we call it the ravioli hummingbird.
Can't believe I'm sitting here listening to this.
And then other people are calling it, like, now we're going to switch gears to fishing, and here's my segue right here. Ned Carl wrote in and said, hey, I went bird watching the other day, and I caught 60 fish. He just happened to see all these birds when he was fishing. He just took a picture of it and sent it to us.
That's cool. Well, I had an actual really cool bird story I'll let you know about. A buddy of mine, he gives me a call on the phone. I help him. He's an electrician, but they own a big pond and stuff. And he goes, KG, he goes, what are you doing? He goes, I have a little problem. And I go, what's that? He goes, I got a mother goose that left her nest, and there's one baby that couldn't get out of the nest. Well, 2 days later, the baby finally fell out of the nest. But by that time, the mother goose had left, like been gone for 2 days, like walked to some other pond, who knows where. So he called me up, said the thing's been swimming around for 2 days. Will you come and rescue it? And he said, my daughter wants to try to raise it. So I loaded up my kayak. I drove to his house, and I had to chase this goose around the pond with a fishing net. And I finally netted the goose, and I caught it. And then I brought it back, and then he gave it to his daughter. So I had a rescue mission on my hands.
That is so cool. I mean, you actually caught it on your kayak.
I caught it on my kayak.
And
Yeah,
there
there
it
it
is.
is. Look at that little sucker.
Yeah, look at him.
He was fast too. The only reason I caught him is because he got tired of running from me, and he tried to dive under, and I got right up on him and I scooped him out.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So you rescued that goose, and then a while back, you know the story. I mean, I think we even showed maybe some video. We'll show a tiny bit more here where a lesser goldfinch slapped into our window out back, and Carlotta went out and picked it up and just kind of waited for it to come back to consciousness, and actually saved it. Well, it happened again, except with a house finch, and I was just here by myself, and I heard something. I was in this room here, and I heard something slam into the kitchen window, different window completely. And I went out, and it was laying out there. I thought, oh man, this one's a goner. His wing was like sticking out sideways, and his eyes were all closed. And I just kind of picked him up.
I looked like Lance in the pub in England.
Yeah, it looked like him on the floor on that blow-up mattress.
Yeah.
But
anyway.
Yeah. So anyway, this is the goldfinch that we were talking about before. I don't know if we already showed you this, but he came back to life, and took off. It was great. But then here's the house finch. And this is the one that slammed in. You could see his eyes still half closed. He's got like seeds in his beak still.
Oh, God.
He had grabbed a bunch of food, and he's still got it in his mouth and slammed right into the window. But look at that. He opens his eye there, and he kind of comes back to life. I couldn't believe it.
Did he fully recover?
Oh, he did. Totally. Yeah. Like I set him on I couldn't film it at the same time, but I went out and set him on the feeder.
How come you didn't show the hairless cat that bird?
You didn't see that one, and there's your dog. But yeah, no, the cat, the funny thing about it is I was home by myself, like I was telling you. And come on, here we go. I was home all by myself, and so I had to get my phone. I was thinking, I need to video this a little bit. So I ran in the house, and I had the bird in my hand, and I'm thinking that probably wasn't that smart, because if he comes to, he's going to take off in the house. And the cat saw me come in with the bird, so the cat's like walking behind me and waiting for me to do something with it, So I grabbed my phone and I ran back outside, and I had to take my foot and kick the cat back so that he wouldn't get out there with me.
Yeah, I told you the story of coming home, and Morgan, or Emily's cat, had gotten Morgan's bird out of the cage, didn't I?
Oh yeah, he actually opened it and got him out.
Well, yeah, I don't know how he did it. He somehow slid the door open. We were gone I don't even know what we were doing, probably fishing or something. We come home, and I opened up the front room door, and she's had this bird since she's been like 6 years old. She had it sits on her shoulder and on her computer.
Yeah.
Well, I come home and I open up the door, and the whole entire front room's covered in feathers. I probably shouldn't laugh. It was pretty mean. Oh. And right in the middle of the floor was Morgan's bird, headless. Oh. So Morgan was crushed. Oh. I mean, devastated. So I had to clean it all up, and it was a nightmare. But
she didn't see the murder scene or anything.
Oh yeah, she saw the murder scene. She came walking in right with me, and then I'm just, you're like taken back, and you're just looking at like, what's wrong here? What's wrong here? Why are all these feathers all over the front room floor? And then literally the cat had placed the headless bird in the middle of the floor for us to see when we walked in, and it's like,
and he probably thought he was doing you a favor, the cat's like, oh, here, I finally got that bird that's been sitting in here the whole time.
Yeah, he's lucky because Morgan wanted to make him headless after that.
I bet.
But anyway, that's another adventure.
Yeah. So yeah, we had some awesome birding stuff going on, and now you went fishing, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I went after walleye. Me and my buddy Kurt and Jason, we went after walleye up Melbourne Lake here in Kansas. We actually kicked butt. We caught probably, there's a big walleye. He's about a 20-incher, 19-incher, I believe he was. Yeah. There's Kurt with one. We caught about 30 walleye, but you can't keep them unless they're 17 inches or over. And we only caught one out of all of them that was over 17 inches. And of course, I caught it. Yeah, but it was weird because I also in the middle of the freaking lake. I get this, I think I have a bite, and I hook and I start reeling in this thing, but there's no fight at all to it. I reel it in, and I caught a fishing pole. Somebody lost a fishing pole in the lake, and I actually somehow snagged the fishing pole, and there's like barnacles and weird. Yeah.
Is that it?
Look at that. That's it. I caught it. That's the hook I caught it on. So I actually fished that out of the middle of the lake, but it was trash. It was so trash. I actually whipped it back into the water to let some other fishermen catch it. But
yeah, let somebody else have the fun. That's awesome.
Yeah. Anyway,
so that's pretty cool. So this show is really about metal detecting, right? Have we even talked about metal detecting yet?
What is that?
I don't know.
Metal detecting. Hey,
yeah, so one of your brothers was giving me some crap. Oh, no, it was T.O. was giving me some crap online on Messenger or something because I posted a picture of a bird or something, and he's just like, there are other hobbies in the world. You should try metal detecting,
All right.
I just said I'll look into it.
Let me ask you a question, Ringy.
All right, I'm here.
All right, what do you look for? The first place you look for to hunt if you come upon an old house? What do you normally go for?
Well, basically, I always go for the massive tree or tree stump if it's there, But if that's not there, I'll go for a clothesline too. Sometimes they have those old rusty T-bar, clotheslines in the back. Yep. Or look for cutoff posts that used to be those. And sometimes, like on the back of the houses, even if they have one T-bar, you can locate the old house where they had like an eye screw or something on there for the other side. And then you can just hunt the heck out of that. I mean, how many times have we done great on spots like that,
Yeah. I got a couple tips for the viewers too. Like normally, if you get to an old foundation or something and there's actually no structure there, what you're going to want to look for is the sunny side of the house. Normally the sunny side of the house is where the clothesline would have been, and it probably would have been the front because obviously they're going to use the sun to dry the clothes and whatnot, so that's always a tip for you, and then if you know where the front door is, supposedly in the olden days they would just sweep them wooden floors and they would just open the door up and they would sweep everything right out the door, right in front of the yard. So there'd be like a fanned out area where there's usually coins and jewelry that got swept out into the yard.
Yeah. That's a pretty good tip, KG.
Big trees and nectar.
Heck yeah. I mean, speaking of, what were we just talking about before that? Just before that. No, not birds. Just something about metal detecting. We were just talking about something. What you like to do, and I was saying I like to go for the trees. I just had something popped into my head, and I don't know if you saw the latest quick hitter. We just had one come out, but it referenced that silver dollar you found on the other side of the tree from me because Kane and I ended up doing the same thing. There's this massive tree, and we weren't even doing very good that day, but I kind of went around one way, and I'm just messing around on the other side, and he just walks right up in front of it, kind of just almost where I was, and pulls out a silver ring, and I was very happy for him, I should say. I didn't mean,
Well, the big trees, you and I always fight over the big tree. Every time there's a big tree, it's kind of like annoying. I know it is to you too, because I'll be heading to that big tree but I'll have my detector on and I'll be swinging as I'm going towards it. So when I get a signal, I'll have to stop and then you'll get closer to the big tree and then I'll see you get, and I'll just like run to the tree. Yeah.
And when we were in New England or wherever we were out east that last time, there was that huge tree, and I think I found a sterling spoon by it or something. But I remember you saying, "Oh, it's okay, Ringy, you can have the tree." And, after a while, I was thinking I hunted there for, 20, 30 minutes, and you were like barely moving. And I started putting two and two together. And it's like, no wonder he was so nice to me. I could just tell that you were over there chewing it up, and you just weren't saying anything.
I tore it up. Yeah, because you V-lined it through the tree, but you kind of went coming down through the yard, and you went to that massive tree.
Right.
And I was headed to the tree, but I was right on this side of the fence, and I dug up that 2-cent piece.
Right.
And it was like the floodgates opened up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like every 2 feet, I was digging up a wheat penny, a silver coin, a silver ring, silver dimes. I mean, I found a ton of stuff right there. Yeah. And then every time somebody would kind of start going towards me, I'm like, man, did you hit that big tree? You should hit that big tree really good, just trying to keep them out of my sector.
And the thing is, I did find a sterling spoon there and a couple of Wheaties and stuff. But the minute I jumped over there on that other side with you and then focused on that flat area, I think that whole trip I found maybe three silver coins total. 2 of them were right over there where you were, when I kind of went up around the tree and then started that flat sector, and bang, there were 2 silver coins within 10 feet of each other. And
I cleaned it up. I cleaned it up pretty good. Before
you
got there
did. You did.
Yeah. Well, we had them power lines. Remember them power lines?
Oh, it was right on top of us. And every time a surge went, Yeah,
like there was like 6 major power lines going into one big box. And remember, there was an electric fence around the property. So it was just constantly like, whoop, 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 whoop.
Oh, yeah.
And I was ready to beat my head against a tree. But if I hit a signal, you could hear the signal.
Oh,
you would go crazy, but you could hear that signal.
And then it would stop, like the surging and stuff would stop, and then you'd have like a half an hour of total freedom, and then whatever the power thing was there. But it was some giant power box right above us,
Drove me nuts.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Before we get back into some other thing, I want to show this. Whoops. There it is. I don't know if anybody's been paying attention to the NFL draft, but last week the Bears traded from 20 up to 11 and actually took Justin Fields, the Ohio State quarterback. So, somebody was laughing and posted online that they said,
why did they take him? I mean, got a good quarterback.
Well, they've got one that they thought was going to be like great, and he's just kind of average. And then they signed the Cowboys guy. Remember we were talking about that? They signed the Heat Miser. And so he's on the team too. And I guess this is just for the future they're building. But, I mean, the Bears haven't had a great quarterback since like 1946 or something. I mean, 85, Jim McMahon was great with that team, but like a truly, like the Packers, it seems like the Packers have a freaking quarterback every year,
I know.
It's like,
I know. Remember when he was a backup and everybody was just like, oh yeah, that mullet guy, he ain't going to do any good. And he's just been crushing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of him, but he's damn good. Yeah. Darn good. Sorry,
he's really good.
He's really good. Yeah.
This
is a funny story. Lori and Emily and Morgan and we went into IHOP in Kansas City. I can't remember where we were going to do something in Kansas City. Well, Special Olympics has this giant like auction, where you can sign how much you want to pay for something.
Oh yeah, and it's like
they
a
had
big
a whole
list.
bunch of
like
they had a bunch of like football memorabilia and baseball memorabilia. Well, they had this massive Patrick Mahone. I think it was like a magazine with him on the cover or something. And then he had signed it. And then there was like a sticker up there and it was all framed and everything. And they, the minimum bid was like $120. And I just looked at it. I said, that's Special Olympics, So I just wrote, $240 down on the thing like that. And I thought, Patrick Mahomes, it's going to go for a lot of money. I was thinking, well, I get a call today from the auction place. And they said, hey, you won the Patrick Mahomes thing, for Special Olympics. So I thought, oh, that's pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah, that is cool. I did that. There was a Gale Sayers Chicago Bears helmet down at when Alice Cooper used to have Cooperstown, downtown Phoenix. It was a restaurant. It's a really cool place, but they always had those auctions in there. And I bid on a couple things like a Gale Sayers helmet and stuff like that. One from Dick Buckus, but I never won any of them because I guess I'm too cheap. Yeah.
Yeah, you probably didn't even make the minimum bid, cheapo.
I bid $3 on both of them. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. Oh, did you download the pictures of that awesome fob I found?
Oh, I did. Yeah. You should tell that story because
yeah.
this
Okay.
is I love when you find weird stuff like this and then you can go research it and you actually find it. It's just so cool. I love it. And look how awesome it is. It's in great shape.
That thing is awesome. I was with Brian Stewart and I was the Stewart boys, you know. I took them to this little spot I had, and I've hit it pretty good, but you know, I haven't done it real good. And we went out there and we found like 8 wheat pennies, and I pulled this in a soap token up, but this is the 7 sticks. And I was thinking, you know, what the heck's 7 sticks? What's that all about? So I researched it and I was looking back and like, I don't know if it was the turn of the century or before. Well, there's a story that goes, this guy he had 7 sons and all they ever did was fight. So he told his sons to all go into the woods and each come back with 1 stick. So all the sons come back and he takes all the sticks and he ties them together and he hands the bundle of sticks to each of the kids. And he says, here, now try to break this bundle of sticks. And none of the kids can break the bundle of sticks. You know, it's a massive bundle of sticks. So then he takes and he unties the sticks. He gives the kids each their stick back. And he says, now break the stick. And they all broke the stick, you know, and he said, that's a lesson to be learned. He says, you're stronger together than you are apart, you know, which is a pretty awesome thing. You know,
it is. It's a great little story. I mean, look at that. That is really, really a cool thing.
Yeah,
I love
that kid's breaking a stick over his knee, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you just never know what's going to come out of the ground. That's what's so awesome about this hobby. I mean, it gets me excited thinking about, you know, coins are awesome. And that's ultimately what we're going after is coins. But when you pull stuff like that out, man, it just puts a big plus mark next to the awesomeness.
No, it is. It's just freaking awesome. I was out the other day and I don't know, I think I showed this last week or something, but I found this enamel, you know, inlaid pin with CB on it, you know, and I was all excited because it said CB and I showed it to CB and she's like, yeah, that's nice, you know.
Yeah, you thought, she's going to love me more if I give her this. Did you give it to her or did you?
Well, no, it's just you know, it's kind of beat up. You can see a little bit, but it's just like, you know, it's just funny. Like if it's not a silver or gold item solid, you know, she's not interested. She's like only top notch stuff, you know.
Oh, yeah. But I don't know what she's doing with you then.
Yeah, because, you know, only the best.
Right. Hey, and I love the new look on the screen, the running and gunning and the coin and me with some look like I got a black eye or something, but cool.
That's some kind of weird little eyepiece in your face.
You know what? That's the eyepiece from them binoculars I found in Germany, I bet. That crash site. Yeah. We got a metal detect a crash site where supposedly there was a Canadian bomber flying over Germany and the Germans shot this bomber down. And when it crashed, I guess there was like 3 survivors and they captured them. I think they killed 2 of them and then 1 lived. I don't know the whole story, but I actually found a binocular piece at that wreck site. So that was probably on the airplane that crashed, or it was from the people down below, but it was right in the middle of a lot of, wreckage. So I'm thinking that was probably an eyepiece. And one of them guys was probably staring out the window with his binoculars, you know. Saw the old bomb coming at him, and that was it.
That was a fun hunt. I loved it.
Yeah, who was it that found that chunk of the airplane that had Canada?
Yeah,
right
it was a Canadian team, I think. You know, that was in the air flying for the English or something. I forget all the details of it too. But when they found that, they knew for sure that was the flight because you know it was Canadian. So, whatever.
Yeah.
No, it was pretty awesome. Hey, now we talked a little bit about fishing, and when I found that CB pin, I got to tell you, I don't know if anybody else is interested in this kind of stuff or if I should just throw this in the garbage or what, but I found this too, and it looks like it's really old. It's like a,
Oh,
it's an old
that's an
lure.
old fish hook.
Yeah, it's a lure, and it's got the bottom part is brass, you can see, and there's even a little brass eye. It was made out of cork, and up where the eye is supposed to be, that's like a little brass tack or something. So I don't know.
You can see where the line, there's still a piece of fishing line tied to it, it looks like.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome. And it had the little spoon in the front would be so it would like dive into the water and dart back and forth.
Right.
I like that.
Right.
That was
it was at a lake, obviously. I found it, but it's like, I just thought, that's pretty cool. I don't know what to do with it. If somebody's like some collector of weird old stuff like that, trash, let me know, and it's yours. Otherwise, it's out of here.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah. That was actually an apex find,
That's cool. Hey, you know what? I have something I want to talk about, right?
All right, you talk about it.
One of my idols, my good buddy, owns American Digger magazine, right?
Oh yeah,
Butch Holcomb.
Butch.
Everybody knows Butch. Everybody loves Butch. I think when he said he grows up, he would like to be just like me, though. But I kind of idol the guy. Well, he came out with a new book. No, I won't shut up.
I didn't know he could read and write. That's pretty impressive.
My wife read it to me and told me what it said. So, No, I Won't Shut Up by Butch Holcomb.
Yeah, that's like his column in the back of the magazine. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. He even autographed it to the best digger.
How come he sent it to you and I didn't get one? I don't know anything about this. It's just,
I think you got one coming because mine just got here. I'm pretty sure yours
see how
on
it is.
the way.
You always get everything first. You got the new Garrett pouch thing, that prototype thing. It is too. I still don't have one.
Look, that's not true. You got.
Oh, I got that first.
You got the packages first. That's right.
Yeah, we need to talk about that. You tell your little story, and then we'll go into that in a little bit.
My story about what? The book?
Well, you're going to talk about the book. I thought this.
Well, I don't know much about it. I haven't read it yet. I just got it yesterday.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like a complete book review and everything.
No, I won't shut up. No, we're gonna have Butch on one of these days. We're gonna have him on.
Right.
But we'll have him on. But that's all I know. I haven't read it yet. I'm gonna have to have my. According to you, I'll have to have my wife read it to me because I'm not a very good reader. I'll be the first to admit I'm a horrible reader, but I can get through a book in about a month.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I still haven't talked with Frank in person about his book, the Ugly Box book, because I found a typo, kind of a little typo in there. Yeah, that book right there.
That's it.
And Frank goes, I just had however many thousand made. He goes, I'm going to need a drywall bucket full of whiteout and a lot of time to fix all these.
It's funny. Yeah. But I mean, if you're going to get hung up on a typo in a book, then you have internal issues.
Yeah,
like
but I'm not. Hey, no, this wasn't just a typo. It was like it was like mixed up, but it was the exact opposite of how you're supposed to hook it up. And I'm like,
is this
important?
Look.
I wrote in there. That's it right there. Yeah.
He actually fixed it.
I redlined it. Yeah, I edited it.
Yeah, he fixed it, and he probably went back to every book and fixed it.
Well, I mean, it's not like it was just a misspelled word. It was actually said to hook something up the wrong way, which, I mean, and I know in other places in the book it says to do it just right, but it just happened to be when they wrote it down, somebody cut and pasted wrong or whatever. It's no big deal. But, it's always a bummer.
I blame that on Steve, not Frank.
Yeah.
Probably Steve.
Well, part of, like, when we did, I did the book for, treasure hunting with Team ATC. I had a couple people in the family. Obviously, my mom's an English professor at the University of Iowa. So I had major help, a bunch of people I knew that were really good writers and grammar people. I don't even know what that is, grammarists. But anyway, they helped us out, so, I had an advantage there.
See, that's really helped you in life, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. It has, KG.
It's helped me in life. It's helped me in life because every time I get some technical mumbo jumbo, I just Ringy, figure this out for me, will you? I'm going to go fishing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Hey,
It's weird. You know how I am. I'm just weird about. I like stuff in spreadsheets, and I like everything just so.
And because of that, I always mess with you.
Yeah, exactly. It's super easy to mess with me.
I just seen where Bones is watching. So, do you want to tell him he got demoted and Roger's now number one, or shall we do that in private? Because we probably shouldn't.
We probably shouldn't do like a public, flogging or a public ridicule of Bones. I think, we might just have to try to force him to step down from his position, and Roger's sitting there in the wings, ready to step right in, and he's going to do a good job for Team ATC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the move that Bones made, we could probably even have Harold step in for him.
Oh yeah, we could have Harold, Dick, have everybody step in.
Moeller, get the Moeller in there.
Get Moeller in there.
All right, but anyway, back to things that are important. Oh, and by the way, that box that you sent me.
We got to talk about that. I got one sitting right here. Yeah, we sent a couple of NX5s over to Japan. The Japan treasure hunters over there, were interested in using them. And it's a couple of guys that used to be in the military, and apparently they have a YouTube channel and are, a big following for Japan. I mean, obviously I don't know how much territory is there and stuff, but, they definitely get out and do a lot of hunting, and they found some cool stuff. But, we sent that stuff over there, and I threw a bunch of ATC gear in and whatever. But next thing you know, we get a couple boxes in the mail, and I couldn't believe all the stuff that was in it. I mean, we got T-shirts from the Japan Treasure Hunting Club. I don't know. Let's see here.
I got actually bonus.
I got 2 T-shirts. Did you get 2 T-shirts, KG?
Yeah, I got 2 T-shirts, and I also got a. Check this out. Look at this. Prescott Valley Town News. I got that. I got our already used Visa card. I got a ball jar glass lid that some meathead threw in there, and a gum wrapper that don't even have gum in it.
I totally forgot that I did that. I slid the bottom of the box open and just shoved a bunch of garbage into the bottom of it.
Meathead. I got broken pencils. Yeah, I got a lot of junk in here.
That's awesome.
But I got some cool stuff too.
Yeah, look at this. We got all kinds of cool things.
Did you try that stuff?
I haven't. I was just gonna say I haven't done anything. I wanted to kind of open it here. It's all Japanese stuff, but look at this. I can read this one, Kit Kat, right? And they have weird flavored Kit Kat. I haven't tried them yet, but they look great. But the other things, I have no clue.
You should try them.
But look at this one. What in the world is this?
It's not wings. It looks like a potato chip or something.
Yeah, it's I asked him what it was, or actually, my son Ian took Japanese in college, and I don't know if he's still working on that or not, but he can read a little bit and stuff, and he said it was some kind of chicken wing flavored rice crackers or something. I sent him a picture of this.
I figured chicken wings. It was some kind of chicken
I saw
wing,
that, but I don't know what kira means. Kira. I don't know. I was just thinking, should I open this and actually eat one and try it?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
If you drop dead, then, we'll have someone step in for you next week.
All right. Should I eat this?
Yeah, try it. Here we go. The next. I'm not even going to say it.
I just want to see if anybody. Oh, weird.
Try one. Show the bag again and then pull one out and consume it.
All right.
Okay, yeah.
That's so cool. Big props and thanks to those guys. Oh, they're wrapped individually, kind of like a fortune cookie.
Here it goes. You're doomed.
I got a tray full of these inside here.
Now,
there's a picture of a giant monkey on it. All right. Did you try these? Are you just?
No, I swear to God, I didn't.
Okay.
I was trying to get my daughters to eat it, but they won't eat it yet. They're like, no way, I'm not
Kit
doing
Kats, I don't have an issue with that. I mean, that looks like they'd be probably pretty good. All right, here we go.
That would probably burn your mouth off. Now chew it.
Oh, it's good and crunchy. I like that.
Yep.
Hey, yeah, I've had a lot worse, man. It's
okay.
I'm
Here
not.
comes the third wave.
Yeah, you watch. It'll probably burn my mouth or something.
Somebody just wrote monkey meat. Janet did. God,
really?
love her.
Oh, thanks.
All right.
Thanks.
Was it good though? I mean, you're not going to say it's bad, are you?
No, it's
If
not
it was
horrible.
bad, would
I'm
you
not
say
sure
it was
I would.
bad?
I would legit say it's bad. I mean, I like crackers and stuff. It kind of reminds me of chicken in a biscuit. You ever have chicken in a biscuit?
Oh, I love chicken and biscuit.
Except I can tell it's got a little bit of a weird delayed minute-long after kick now.
Monkey, that's the monkey.
That's the monkey biting you in the
Keister.
in the tongue.
Yeah, you're gonna
So,
flop over. We probably
yeah.
next week you won't be on. You'll be still throwing up in the ICU.
That was pretty good. And then
You have anything else to talk about? Like
well, I was
detecting
gonna
wines?
open this box. There's a box inside the box.
What? In your box
Did you
got
get a box like this inside the box? I got a box.
I don't think I did. You probably stole it out of mine when you open it up to infiltrate your crap into my box.
You had to have a box like this in there.
Oh, I did. I know what it is. Yeah. It's a cup.
Oh, it is. It's a coffee cup.
Yeah.
Look at that. Japan treasure hunters. Awesome.
Yeah, we'll have to go there.
Yeah.
We got to go
We
to
are definitely
Japan,
going to go
That's
there.
it.
And I noticed in here there was a couple of coins too. They threw in a couple of like ancient, dynasty coins or whatever they are. There's an explanation to them, but how cool is that? Super old coins dating back to 1100 or something.
Yep.
That is
That's
so
some pretty cool stuff.
Thank you, guys.
And
Thank you, Japan treasure hunters.
Yeah. I got my Japan treasure hunter shirt on. Can you see it?
Oh, you do. You got it on. Awesome.
Yep.
Good
Okay.
for you, Cage.
Anyway, moving on. You should talk about some metal detecting again or something.
I
We got
thought-
anything really cool to show?
Um,
Because I got a couple cool things to
Hey,
show.
here's something cool. What's this? I mean, this is not something I found. Is this something you found?
Oh, yeah, look at that. Those are actually casings from the 7th Cavalry, General Custer's campsite that you and I found in South Dakota. We didn't find the campsite, but we had access to hunt General Custer's campsite. And those
Custer.
were
Yeah.
Custer. Those are bullets that we found that were probably dropped by the troops as they were camping out there. And you know what's funny is I bet you we found probably 20 or 30 dropped casings that were fully loaded. That was kind of weird,
Yeah.
So yeah,
That is-
awesome. Look at this pistol bullet.
Wait. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. That's
darn
still
cool, Ringy.
completely intact.
Yeah, and this one is broke.
Uh-huh.
Let me see if I can get it in there good.
Were those
And
the ones that were in the
this
picture?
is like a 4570. Yeah, these are the ones in the picture. 4570 and the powder. You can still see the powder packed in there. But
You know what?
yeah, that's from the 7th Cavalry campsite.
I know
That
this.
was before they went down and got swiped out, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, and this button came from them too. Let's see if I can get it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That could have been on Custard's uniform.
It could have been. Yeah.
Did you find like a saddle shield?
I found a
stuff
saddle
there, man?
shield and also a perfect cavalry button with it looks like a general
Yeah.
service except it's got the C in the shield.
Yeah.
And I remember finding that and saying, "Oh, it's a C for Custer," and everybody was super impressed with it.
Yeah, that's some really cool stuff. That was really cool.
No.
Is the guy that
Yeah.
let us hunt there? Remember,
I
he
do.
had found quite a bit of stuff out in his field, and he actually metal detected some, didn't he?
I don't
we
know.
had a ton of stuff on that table, remember? And he's like, hey, if you guys want to keep some of this stuff, go ahead. So I was like, picked like 2 things. He goes, oh, you could take more than that. So I took some bullets and the buttons and stuff like that. And then remember, I found that shield nickel out there too.
Oh, yeah.
And a pocket knife. Yeah.
Yeah, and a pocket knife. I know. Yeah.
Remember,
that was one of my favorite hunts just because just knowing that the stuff you're pulling up was 100% 7th Cavalry stuff, It's just so cool to have done that,
Remember that tree, the shooting tree? There was a massive tree. I mean, it was like massive. I mean, it was probably a couple hundred years old. I don't really know, but supposedly they used to target practice into that big tree. Remember, it was only like half of the tree now. And we went over that with our metal detector and it was completely full of lead.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
It's still probably just packed with it,
that was
it's just
cool.
Crazy. Yeah.
That was an awesome. In fact, you smashed a custard pie in my face on that episode because I kept saying General Custard. And you kept, it's Custer. And so since I lost that episode, he went and got a custard pie and smashed it in my face because I lost.
Yeah. It was kind of serendipitous, to say the least.
Joyful, you mean?
Yeah.
Serendipitous.
It was, you know what I mean. Anyway,
hey,
that was.
I got another cool thing.
Do you?
To show. I was going through my stuff and I remember we were at a Civil War site and I found this and I threw it in my bag. I haven't looked. I got stuff everywhere. Ringy is ultra organized. I mean, he could tell you probably the nails he found and where he found them, but I just throw stuff in a bag and I don't go through it for years. But I found this the other day and I remember finding this at a Civil War battle site. But check this out. It's hard to see, but this is let me see if I can get it.
Here, does that help, Cage?
Yeah, look at that. It's it looks like the tip of a bayonet that's right through the center of a button, right through the middle of a button. It fits perfectly on it all, and I found him that way. That's how I found him. But I don't know if the guy had just set something down on an old button and stabbed it with his little bayonet or not. I don't know the story behind it, but I thought that was pretty freaking cool.
That is pretty awesome. It's a lot.
Now, do you have to beep when I say freaking, or can you go with that?
It doesn't really matter. I mean,
he's got to go back and monitor this.
I don't even know what the rules are. It's just that I try to avoid everybody dropping F-bombs and stuff everywhere. That's all. I'm just trying to.
In 12 shows.
Yeah. Well, it's like back when we were doing our shows and stuff, obviously everything was edited. So we were just out of control and whatever happened. And,
right.
It was all edited. Everything was fine. Here, I don't know what we're allowed to do and what we're not allowed to do. So I try to
we push the limits till they tell us we can't do that no more, Ringy.
Okay.
What do you think?
Cage, yep. Oh, you're always right, Cage.
That's not what my wife says. Complete opposite. Oh, I got another cool item here for display.
Oh, do you?
This is when I perish, when I die or something horrible happens to me.
When you get run over by a bus. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, people better go to the garage sale my wife's having because she has no clue what I have and they could make a killing like this. Like, look at this. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. I know what that is. I think I know what it is.
It's a piece of asphalt. That's all it is. It's a piece of asphalt.
Nothing more.
But you remember where we got this, don't you?
I do. I know exactly where that came from.
Where?
Evel Knievel's launch ramp.
Yeah, Evel Knievel's jump site. A piece of asphalt off Evel Knievel's jump site. I got several pieces. Like, this is stuff my wife's going to throw in the trash for sure when I die or something bad happens to me.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I remember going up there and thinking, oh, should I take a piece of this? Because it's all broken up. It's all in
everywhere.
Decay. It's just laying everywhere. It's just chunks of asphalt, and I'm like, yeah, I better take a piece of this with me, you know.
You have it? You know where yours
I do.
is?
It's somewhere in a bag labeled Evel Knievel's launch ramp for his rocket cycle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rocket cycle.
Yeah, we've hunted some weird spots, you know.
All right, I got 2 more things, Ringy.
Oh, hey.
I don't
it's
know
all
why. I
you,
got
Cage.
this
Go
is the
for it.
show and tell KG show.
It is.
I got
you know?
so much stuff. This ain't even a tip of the iceberg, but this is we remember when you had to get the dead man's hand. What episode was that when you got the tattoo of the dead man's
South
hand?
Dakota, like
Yeah,
Wild Bill
Wild
and
Bill
Calamity
Hickok.
Jane.
Was it Calamity Jane?
Was it Calamity Jane and
Buffalo
Wild
Bill? Wasn't it Wild Bill? Anyway, somebody will tell us.
Yeah.
But the guy that owned the property that we hunted, they dig up dinosaur bones all over his property, right?
Right.
I think it's that. Yeah.
There's
that
the
tattoo,
aces and eights. That came from the TV show when I lost.
Yeah.
Originally, they wanted me to get a giant dinosaur on my back, kind of like Steve-O, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, no way. I don't care. I'll quit before I have to do that.
So, yeah,
But
you got the
there's
dead man's
aces and
hand.
eights. Yeah. Still
Yeah,
there.
that's the losing hand.
Yep.
But anyway, the guy owned that Triceratops Ranch in
I
Wyoming.
think so. Yeah.
And
yeah.
they dig up dinosaurs. I mean, the guy obviously has a lot of money. Well, he gave me this thing right here. Let me see.
Can you tilt it?
And I'm slowly turning it with the delay. It's kind of a pain in the butt.
Yeah, I see. I can see it.
I'll hold it still and let me flip it one more time. Well, this is a Triceratops horn, a piece of a Triceratops horn that he gave me.
Really?
That is cool. You knew that.
Well, it's a Triceratops horn. I know he gave me a couple dinosaur chunks too, and I can't remember what they were. I think one of them was like those big plates on the back of a Stegosaurus or whatever. I think it was something like that, piece of it or whatever.
I almost said something dumb.
I could tell just by the look on your face. It's like,
yeah.
I don't even know if I should finish this sentence.
I was trying to think of something to say and make it, TV rated, but
yeah,
I can't.
that's the problem with this show is we're like so restricted into
well, it's
what we can
live,
say.
so you got to be so careful. And this here is really cool.
Is that the same thing or is that something different?
No, this is something different. Petrified dinosaur skin.
Oh,
That's
wow.
dinosaur skin. You know what's funny?
You could wear it. You could
I have
put
licked
it on and wear it. And you have licked it. I remember you did that one time.
I have licked it.
You could put it on like that Buffalo Bill guy in Silence of the Lambs and wear it like your own skin and knit it together with something else and then put somebody in a well and say it puts the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
I haven't seen that for so long. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it. But no. Anyway, that's some pretty cool stuff though.
That's some awesome stuff. I'm glad you came prepared for this show. I just went birding all weekend and showed up and okay, here we are.
And that ain't even a minute scratch of the iceberg from what we've got. So
absolutely.
Sometimes it's kind of fun just going on and just winging it and
hey, this is
you
great.
and I just telling stupid stories.
Because we have an endless bank of stupidity to draw from, basically. Now, hey,
the dumb thing is we don't have to make it up. We don't have to think of something dumb to say because we've done so much dumb stuff in our life that
exactly. Hey, now tell me about this just a little bit. We haven't talked about this yet.
What is it? Oh, I forgot about that. Me and my youngest daughter, Morgan, we just got a refresher for scuba diving. We're open water certified. We can dive down to 100 feet, but we haven't dove for like 3 years. So
60 feet, right?
No, 100 feet.
You're good to 60.
I'm good to 100.
Unless you did it. Really?
I think so.
Oh, I'm only good to 60.
I'm going to 100, Ringy.
You're going straight down. I'm going straight down to 100 right away.
Right off the bat. And I'm going to hold my breath the whole way. No, but we did our refresher course because we're going to be off Venice Beach diving for megalodon teeth.
Right.
So we got our refresher in. So you need to go get yours done.
Yeah, we really do. Actually, I think we've got. I can't remember how many dives I've got in now, but I actually with CB and we've traveled around and actually taken our gear with us, and I think we've got 40 or 50 dives in by now. So
nice.
We're okay. It's just with COVID and everything, our gear's just been sitting in the closet, and it's like it's time to get it serviced and make sure it all still works before we just dive in and go after shark teeth,
Yeah. Well, I think we're only going to be like 30 feet at the deepest. And you know what's funny?
Yeah, it's not going to be bad.
If I honestly, I don't even want to dive deeper than 30 feet. Because if I have to start worrying about the bends and all that weird stuff that comes with that, I think I'd just rather
and all that.
Yeah. I mean, I hate the water anyway. It terrifies me. Then you stick me in the ocean where there's sharks.
Hates it. Yeah. I hate this. I hate it.
I don't know. It's weird.
It
took me a while. I got under there and I was kind of freaked out, and I was just in a big swimming pool. Yeah. Wait until I got freaking all these weird sea life around me and worrying about a great white grabbing me by the back of the head.
Yeah. When we were in Cozumel, we saw a couple of nurse sharks cruise right by us, and I don't know anything about sea life, but I'm assuming they didn't eat humans because they tended to ignore us. But, it was kind of weird being down there and seeing them.
Well, it's a good thing you had your shirt on because it's a nurse shark. Right?
Yeah. You could have called Lori.
Oh, gosh.
All right. So what else? Anything else you want to talk about?
I don't know.
Tonight,
do we have any giveaways or anything to do?
Oh, God. Yeah. I didn't even think about that. Should we give something away? Hey, here, let me just show this. All right. So, yeah, we have lots of cool stuff. Like we were telling you last week, after the Charles Garrett Memorial Hunt, there's like that New York Excelsior button that was given away last week. And we still have more rings and silver coins and all kinds of stuff to give away. So, heck, let's give another package away full of awesomeness. Why not? Do you want to do that?
That would be good.
Do you want to do the number thing where you just picked it? And now that I'm not in a COVID stupor, maybe I can actually look at the screen. Hey, pick it like 1 to 50 or something. Maybe we should do so somebody can nail it right away while we're on. And
well, if we can watch them, okay. Well,
so
we
can
set it.
Let's both,
all right.
What do you want to do? Do you want to do
let's do 1 to 50.
You think that's good?
And they get two guesses.
Guesses. Why not 2 guesses?
Two guesses. Yeah.
2 guesses, 1 to 50, go. Look at
1 to 50. Pick a number, 150.
Frank put on 124.
Is that one number? No, 1 to 50.
I'm going to go pick it right now.
Yeah, but don't say it.
I'm not going to say it.
Yeah. Pick a number between 1 and 50, and you'll win a prize package. Are we still doing a giveaway for people that just comment?
Well, yeah, we normally do, but the last couple of weeks we've been so busy, we just decided to do it this way. So half a dozen, one or the other. I mean, even if they're commenting on here, you're going to be entered anyway for future ones. So.
Right. Sean is watching, the guy that's going to dive with us.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. We are.
Don't say it unless somebody picked it. Did you do the random number thing?
Back and see when they started. I'm just going back to see when they started. I'm gonna kind of watch this for a second here and see, because somebody should hit it right away. Frank was the first number, 124. Good job, Frank. 50.
Do. Yeah, you can each pick 2 numbers. So.
Yeah, pick 2 numbers, and we'll give that awesome prize pack away.
Do you know the number yet?
I do. It's in my brain right now. It's in my brain, and no other human knows it, as far as I know.
It's not in my brain.
And nobody has guessed it yet. I see John Robinette is on there.
Rick Wyant. Who's that guy?
Wyant's on there?
Yeah, he picked 23 and 42.
Well, he's a big loser, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's not even close, is it?
It wasn't even close. Ooh. I see one that got pretty darn close that just popped in.
Somebody just put a random bone.
I see the bone on there. Yeah.
Dave.
Look at all
I'll be heading to the red dirt dig as soon as I get back. I'm only going to be back a day and a half from Florida, and then I'm headed to the red dirt dig in Oklahoma, Tim.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Everybody's going except me, I guess.
Everybody cool is going to be there.
All the cool kids are going to be there, but I'm
Whitey,
not going to be.
Sargy Whitey, Gypsy's going to be there. Steve Moore.
Yeah. That sounds like a lot of fun. I'm going to stay in Florida and look at birds, I think.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah. I'm kind of jealous of all of you.
Lance got disqualified. He just picked about 30 numbers.
Lance
2827
I have never
573. He won though. Remember, he won a while back.
He is. So, he's got.
I feel sorry for Lance, because he's a daughter dance dad like I was.
Right.
His daughter's in dance, and she's just super awesome. His kids in all the sports, and he's limping around with a bad back.
Look at JJ just posted KG loves birds.
He knows.
Hey, Howard Picard. Like Jean-Luc Picard. Howard Picard. He just hammered it. You guys can stop guessing because he just got it.
All right. You're sure? You don't want anything coming back to bite you?
No, 100% Howard.
All right.
Howard's the winner. I love it.
JJ would love it.
Good work. JJ's on the line watching the nonsense. Yeah. I can't believe he hasn't had enough of us after all these years.
I don't think there's ever going to be a hit bird watching show. So that'll probably be a flop.
Hey, there could be a bird watching show in the making, JJ, if you're out there listening still. There's a lot of drama in it. Out. Get KG on there. Have all the bird watchers attack him because he's got too many guns. And
maybe bird rescue,
bird rescue.
Watching. The
bird rescuers. Yeah, there you go. New show right there. There it is. We're doing your job for you, JJ.
All right. Anyway, well, that went pretty fast. It's already 8:32.
It is. It's time, Cage. It's been a completely disorganized but awesome show because
right.
The less we care, the more awesome it is.
Yep. You know what? We got a lot of awesome people that just watched us.
They did. Yeah, I'm glad.
They're going to need therapy probably now after this.
Yeah. And hey, if you guys have any suggestions for what you want us to talk about, make sure you keep sending them in. We had, when we first started up, we had a lot of technical questions and all that, but it's kind of tapered off a little because we answered them and we're done. But if you actually have legit questions, go for it. And one of the questions shouldn't be, why is your nose lit up super brightly? It's because the sun's setting over here and it's cutting through the blinds.
It's dark here. On the East Coast and Central Time, we're
really
dark.
Oh, yeah. It's still bright sunshine here. Huh.
Yep. Hey, cool. Who's the guest coming up?
Oh, yeah. Good question, Cage. Sergeant Whitey. We still haven't even released the quick hitter for the Charles Garrett Memorial Hunt. I'm still working on it real hard. And that's going to be done this week sometime. It'll be awesome. And then to celebrate that and the Charles Garrett Memorial Hunt, we're going to have Sergeant Whitey on next week, and then we're going to have Jeff Lubbert on the following week.
Jeff. Boy, we got some stuff to talk about with that guy.
Yeah. So we're going to have them on 2 weeks in a row so we can talk about their Charles Garrett Memorial Hunt experiences and,
And I got a text from Jeff a couple days ago on some stuff that he was involved with. Another guy found, but they dug up some stuff in Colorado of all places. That'll blow your mind. So we'll have him talk about that too.
Yeah. Well, that'll be exciting. That'll be fun. Yeah, we'll have a couple of good shows coming right up. And then after that, I know eventually we're going to have Butch on, whether he wants to be on or not. And a couple other cool guests we have sitting in the wings. So, yeah, we'll be ready for that. Anything else, Cage, that you want to deal with or what?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Nothing?
Nope.
All right, then.
I think I'm good. I think people are probably sick of listening to us right now.
Yeah.
So, thanks everybody for sending in stuff. We get some pretty cool stuff. We usually just give it away.
Absolutely. We've had a lot of cool stuff come in. And we're definitely going to share some of these ape crackers. Tonight's winner, Howie, they're coming at you. Delicious crackers from. We're gonna have some Japanese ape crackers. Yeah. But he's also gonna get a big silver coin, so it's a win-win for him. Awesome.
Cool.
All right, Cage. Well,
good work tonight.
Yeah. Great work, Cage. Thanks for doing the show and tell and everything. I mean,
yep. I'm going to be hitting the fish pond tomorrow. I'm going fishing with my buddy Kurt tomorrow.
Awesome. Well, you deserve it. You deserve it. I'm going to be working on the quick hitter tomorrow. So I'll be doing VOs and all kinds of stuff. So we'll get that done and get all that out. And it's pretty entertaining because we had a really good time there. It was really fun.
I hope we didn't forget to mention nothing, but if we did, too bad, right?
I don't know. Let's see. Let me just quick run down this. We did this. We did that. We did that. We did that. We did that. Yeah.
That's all we have.
Yeah, it's all good. We did everything. We talked about your goose save. Oh, and you crushed that can like a champ.
You see that?
I'm going to pound this down and finish it, and then we're going to go out on a pound. We're going to pound it out.
Pound it down. Probably milk. He probably just put milk in the beer bottle and make it look like he's got hair on his chest.
Oh, that sparkling water is delicious.
All right. Well, good work, and I'll touch base with you tomorrow, and we'll get some guests round up. Maybe you know what? I got a couple of really fanatical bottle diggers. That
maybe we'll get them
one
on.
Of them on.
Yeah.
There's a bottle digger. His last name's Wyant. I can't remember his first name.
I know who you're talking about. I thought I was going to ask you, is this somebody you're related to?
I don't know. I just looked and his last name's exactly like mine.
Yeah,
so
that's
we'll try
crazy.
to get him on the show one of these days.
Yeah, that's weird. I saw him out there. He always pops up every once in a while, and it's like, is this, George's stepson or what?
My illegitimate son
exactly.
in the wings.
Exactly.
All right. With that note,
all right, I'm done. All right, I'm out of here. See you, Cage.
Thanks, everybody. See you, buddy. Good work.
That's it for this week. Thanks for watching the Runnin Gunnin Podcast Show, brought to you by Garrett Metal Detectors and ATC's NX5 Diggin tools. Check the ATC event calendar at anacondatreasure.com for showtimes, and tune in again for another extraordinary program packed with brilliance, insight, and fascinating guests. Wait a minute, am I still talking about this show? Anyway, may silver and gold find its way into your pans and under your coils this week. Nectar in the pot for everybody. KG and Ringy out.